हेलो गाइस, इस वीडियो में मैं आपको हाइड्रोलिक टरबाइन का एक बार फिर से पूरा ओवरव्यू दूंगा। एक्चुअली व्हाट व्हाट वी नो अबाउट द हाइड्रोलिक मशीन्स, एक्चुअली दैट मशीन्स which utilizes some type of power in some different power at output. Okay, when the some type of machines uses fluid, working fluid, as a liquid. Okay, then that type of fluid, that type of machines is known as hydraulic machines. Okay, and here we can see the exact definition. Hydraulic machines are defined as those machines which convert hydraulic energy into the mechanical energy. Now see what is the hydraulic energy. Actually what happens, the hydraulic energy क्या होगी, आइदर प्रेशर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगी या काइनेटिक एनर्जी होगी। ठीक, ये जब कन्वर्ट हो जाती है किसमें, मैकेनिकल एनर्जी में, तो ऐसी डिवाइसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं, हाइड्रोलिक मशीन्स। ओके, नाउ बिकॉज वी हैव टू कवर some important topics in hydraulic turbines in a very short and precise length of lecture. So move forward. Already told you that the machine that converts hydraulic energy of fluid into hydraulic energy converts into the mechanical energy. Okay, mechanical energy into hydraulic energy ऐसा भी हो सकता है। तो दोनों टाइप की मशीन को क्या कहते हैं, हाइड्रोलिक मशीन्स। when hydraulic energy is converted into mechanical energy and the mechanical device or hydraulic device is known as hydraulic turbine. When the mechanical energy is converted into hydraulic energy, then it is converted actually in hydraulic energy. That's why this type of device is used as actually in this case pump is always used. Okay, this type of machine is known as pump. The hydraulic machines which convert the hydraulic energy into mechanical energy are called turbines. Now already told you there are the some type of efficiencies in the case of turbine. Now I would like to use a paper sheet. Actually what happens when the jet issues from the nozzle, then jet having some velocity, suppose that velocity is v, it means initially the power is available in the form of water power, and level first is covered by the water power. Then this jet strikes the vane, and this vane is mounted on the runner, and that's why this runner is rotate. It means after water power, runner power takes place, and this runner is mounted on the shaft, and when the runner is rotated, that's why the shaft is also rotated, and finally we get shaft power. Okay, now the sequence of power, initially water power, then runner power, then shaft power. Okay, this is the sequence of power in ascending order for the hydraulic turbine. If we see the first one power, water power and wind power, this gives mechanical efficiency, and these two powers gives this were the hydraulic efficiency, and this is the mechanical efficiency. Finally, if we see when the input power is water power and the output power is shaft power, then we get some values. This is known as overall efficiency. It means when we multiply the hydraulic efficiency and mechanical efficiency, then we get overall efficiency. Okay, and in this case what happens, actually volumetric efficiency is considered to be 1. तो क्या है इसमें वॉल्यूमेट्रिक एफिशिएंसी हम 1 लेके सपोज करके मान लेते हैं, तो ओवरऑल एफिशिएंसी का फार्मूला क्या हो जाता है, हाइड्रोलिक एफिशिएंसी और मैकेनिकल एफिशिएंसी का मल्टीप्लिकेशन, ठीक। और वॉल्यूमेट्रिक एफिशिएंसी क्या होता है, एक्चुअली में डिस्चार्ज हमको इनपुट पे कितना मिलता है और कितना स्ट्राइक करता है। तो हम इस केस में ये मान के चल रहे कि जितना हमको डिस्चार्ज मिल रहा है उतना ही रनर पे पूरा क्या कर रहा है, स्ट्राइक कर रहा है, ठीक है। नाउ वी प्रोसीड फर्दर। वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड hydraulic efficiency. The hydraulic efficiency is equal to power developed by the runner to the net power supplied at the turbine entrance. Now, the mechanical efficiency is the ratio of power available at the turbine shaft to the power developed by the runner, already discussed. And the volumetric efficiency is equal to quantity of water actually striking the runner to the quantity of water supplied to the runner. Okay. Now, if we see the formula for the overall efficiency, actually this is the multiplication of hydraulic efficiency, mechanical efficiency and volumetric efficiency. But in that case, when the volumetric efficiency is 100%, then the overall efficiency, the multiplication of only 2 terms, first one is hydraulic and second is mechanical efficiency. Okay, now the next topic we can see the classification on the behalf of energy available inside the turbine. When the no pressure energy available, then which type of turbine is used? Impulse turbine type of use, because they have only kinetic energy at inlet. That's why this is known as impulse turbine. Actually what happens, and which type of head is used for the impulse turbine? Basically low head turbine, high head type turbine is used as impulse turbine. For example, pattern wheel turbine, Gar turbine, monkey turbine, etc. Now we proceed for the next type of turbine, that is reaction turbine. Actually those turbines which having kinetic energy as well as pressure energy both at the inlet turbine. What were when the impulse turbine is available? In impulse turbine only kinetic energy is available, while in the case of reaction turbine, kinetic energy as well as pressure energy both are available. Already discussed in unit 2, the Francis turbine, propeller turbine, Kaplan turbine are the example of reaction turbine, because in this case, in this turbine, pressure energy as well as kinetic energy both are used. And already discussed to you that the draft tube is absent in case of impulse turbine, while in reaction turbine draft tube is used because of no pressure difference is created inside the impulse turbine. That's why no draft tube used, while the pressure difference is created in the reaction turbine. So draft tube plays a very important role. Now classification of turbine on the basis of type of flow within the turbine. What happens when we start from the impulse turbine, then a flow is treated as a tangential to the wheel, and that type of turbine is known as tangential flow turbine. An example for the tangential flow turbine is Pelton turbine, and Pelton turbine is also an impulse turbine. Now radial turbines. Actually the radial turbines is inward radial flow turbines. I already told you that what happens, the flow takes place in the radial direction from outer surface to inner surface. Okay. Now what happens what is the axial flow turbine? Parallel to the shaft, when flow takes place, that type of flow turbine is known as axial flow turbine. And main quality of axial flow turbine is that in this case the discharge is very larger and head is smaller, and that type of turbine in the form of example is Kaplan turbine. और ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि जो मिक्स फ्लो टर्बाइन होता है वो क्या होता है, फ्लो जो होता है उसमें क्या होता है, अलोंग द रेडियस एंटर करता है, लेकिन एग्जिट कैसे करता है, अलोंग द शाफ्ट एक्सिस, ठीक। और मॉडर्न फ्रांसिस टरबाइन जो होता है वो क्या होता है, मिक्स फ्लो टरबाइन भी होता है, बिकॉज उसमें रेडियल फ्लो टरबाइन भी होता है और एक्सियल फ्लो टरबाइन भी होता है. नाउ we would see the classification on the basis of specific speed. For Pelton turbine, the specific speed lies in between 10 to 35. For Francis turbine, it lies 60 to 300 rpm. For Kaplan and Propellant turbine, 300 to 1000 rpm. Here, the Kaplan and Propellant turbine both are used, and actually these turbines are axial flow turbine. But in case of Kaplan turbine, the blades are adjustable, and in case of Propellant turbine, the blades are non-adjustable. As well as what happens, the efficiency of Kaplan turbine is greater than Propellant turbine. Okay. Now we will see the next classification part of turbines on the basis of value of head and speed. So above the 250 meter, if the head is above the 250 meter, then the Pelton turbine is available. When the 60 meter to 250 meter range is available, then the Francis turbine is used there. Below the 60 meter head, Kaplan or Propellant turbine is used. Because the discharge head is very minimum, that's why the discharge having the greater value. Now, already discussed, if we see the formula for the work done per second, a general formula already discussed with you. The work done per second is equal to rho q Vw1 u1 plus minus Vw2 u2. This is the general formula. Now see what happens when the Pelton turbine is used. Then work done per second, actually u1 u2 will be equal in each other, so u may be used, and work done per second is formulated as rho q Vw1 plus Vw2 into small u. Okay. When the blade friction coefficient is considered, then the work done per second is equal to rho q V1 minus u into 1 plus cos theta into small u. Okay. K is the bucket friction coefficient. Now efficiency of the Pelton turbine. Nozzle efficiency सबसे पहले बात करते हैं. Nozzle efficiency is the ratio of kinetic energy of jet per second to the water power at the base of the nozzle. Hydraulic efficiency already discussed. This is the runner power when the blade friction coefficient is considered. And finally, maximum efficiency formula we have 1 plus k cos phi upon 2. And when the blade friction coefficient is 1, then this formula is known as 1 plus cos phi by 2. And for maximum efficiency in case of Pelton turbine, u always equal to the half of the value of mean velocity or absolute velocity at inlet. Now the mechanical efficiency is equal to shaft power upon runner power, and when we multiply these values in each other, then we get the value of overall efficiency, that is the hydraulic efficiency, mechanical efficiency and volumetric efficiency का multiplication होता है. Of some working proportions we can see here. V1 equal to CV under root 2 ds. CV is equal to CV lies in between these ranges. In same way, the speed ratio is equal to U upon under root 2 ds. Jet ratio capital D by small d. Jet ratio normally 12 adopted किया जाता है, और बकेट नंबर ऑफ बकेट का फॉर्मूला ये होता है, ठीक, कैपिटल D by 2D plus 15. Okay. In next video we will discuss about the Francis turbine with a very short view. Okay, thank you.